What's going on, guys? Hawk here. Today, a very exciting day. I'm here with 123 Organic Tequila, and I'm sitting here with the master distiller, Mr. David. How's it going?
Excited about talking about the brand and answering any questions.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I was fortunate to have all three here today. We got the Blanco, we got the Reposado, and we got the Añejo. All delicious juice. Do you want to talk more about the juice and maybe we can run through a little tasting?
Sure. I give you a little rundown. I've been making tequila for close to 3 decades. This particular project was one of my passions and dreams because I wanted to, start a tequila brand that is fully focused on organic farming and distillation. On that note, year 2000, I started looking at some parcels of land, and the objective of the project was, beside organic farming and distillation, was to make a tequila that is very agave forward,
nice,
and terroir based. So terroir based, which I think tequila is very similar to winemaking. Most of the larger commercial brands use naturally younger agaves. I like to use a 10-year-old agave because I think it has a lot more mature sugar content, and in return you get the much more delicious tequila at the end. We slowly roast the agave in old-fashioned stone ovens for a total of 48 hours, and then double distilled open fermentation, no additional sugar or yeast added during the fermentation. If you want to go with the tastings, naturally, first in line is our Blanco. Basically, your nose tells you what sort of a delicious or not so delicious tequila you'll be tasting. In this case, the nose gives me a fresh bouquet of agave. In fact, it's very inviting, and it's asking you to come and sip me, which is a great thing to have.
Yeah, I get a lot of like a vegetable notes out of here, and very kind of green.
Very green, fresh agave. Yes, mid palate, I pick up a little bit of citrus, a little bit of salt. I think my favorite part of the Blanco is the back end of it. When you swallow, you get this fresh kick of the agave that keeps on lingering on in the back end of your tongue and kind of inviting you for the second sip.
It definitely has a nice balance between, like, I do definitely get that salt that you're talking about. It definitely has like a great balance between sweet and salty, which is kind of dope. Because most people, some people will like to have their margaritas with salt, but I feel like you don't even need to put salt around the rim for this kind of like a drink, or at least a margarita.
Right.
But yeah, just doing like a lime and agave and tequila, I think that's all you need just for a straightforward margarita.
It is a very well-structured Blanco. It's got, the complexity that you're looking for in a Blanco. It's super smooth, but at the same time, in a well-structured cocktail, it comes right through.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having this on ice at all.
So naturally, our Blanco is no age at all. By Mexican laws, as you know, tequila's Blanco category is anywhere from 0 to 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Then we move to the next category, which is Reposado, in our case, dos, number 2. Any tequila that sits in a wood barrel anywhere from 2 months up to before a year qualifies for Reposado.
Right.
In the case of this particular portfolio, I wanted to make a Reposado that is very floral and a lot more feminine, because I think most of the Reposados in the market are very masculine, very in your face and oaky. This is very subtle, very gentle, but it's very multi-layered and has a lot of floral characteristic. This one is aged for 6 months. It's the very most versatile in our portfolio. In fact, as soon as your nose hits the Reposado, in my opinion, I feel like I'm passing by a pastry shop.
Yeah, definitely getting that vanilla right off the bat.
Mid palate, I pick up some Mexican flan. It's got that very dessert feel, and then you get a little nice spicy finish at the end.
Yeah, that's definitely, it's very gentle. Like you're saying, it's not overly oaky at all.
Yeah. Gentle and delicious.
There it is. Yeah,
You like agave?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can just throw this on ice too. Actually, I don't even need ice. Great. I don't even need ice. I don't need to dilute it. It's perfect as it.
Yeah, so it's delicious. It's delicious on the ice, and of course, it's delicious in the hand of a master mixologist such as yourself. A lot of the friend mixologists that I have love to use incorporate the reposado in their cocktails because they feel like there's layers that they can play with that goes well with the ingredients they're using in their cocktails as well. So
when I was making my cocktail, I was definitely trying to figure out between the Blanco or the Repo.
right.
To make it easier, it was the Repo because it had that slight touch more of sweetness that I was looking for
Nice.
without having to put agave syrup into the cocktail as another ingredient. So to keep ingredients down to like a minimal, I definitely went with the Reposado just because it had everything that I was looking for.
So moving from reposado to the next category, which is añejo, which is the age category. So this particular añejo is aged for 18 months.
Okay.
I use a smaller barrel to age that in than reposado, and we have a higher level of toast on the barrel. I want to keep it clean, fresh, and I want to keep it very agave forward. I don't want it to get very over convoluted with oak. So please feel free to pour some for yourself. There is dark chocolate, a little hint of cinnamon. I have a little bit of butterscotch coming at me.
Yeah. Definitely some nuttiness too coming out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Since we use a smaller barrel, it has a lot more intensity and a higher level of toast on the barrel.
I don't, as much as I would like to make a cocktail with the añejo, I don't think I probably would. But maybe doing some kind of a Manhattan riff, maybe.
Yeah, that's a great. Any of your bourbon drinks can be switched with the añejo, and you'll get a nice version.
You were talking about how you use a smaller barrel. Do you want to talk a little bit more about using a smaller barrel for the añejo and like?
Yes, absolutely. Naturally, the smaller the barrel, the more contact between the wood and the juice, which means the more intense flavor and the more speeding of the aging. I don't like to keep the añejo for too long and get it too over oaked. So this way I can put it out of the barrel sooner, yet get a lot more intensity and flavor into the juice. We are one of the very only spirit brands in the world that is not only organic in the bottle, everything we use in the packaging is recycled and sustainable. So the bottles are individually hand blown from 100% recycled glass. Labels are 100% recycled paper, and we use vegetable ink to print the labels.
Nice.
So we are really proud of all the effort and energy we put in producing this brand because we really stick to the message and the philosophy of the brand of being organic and sustainable.
Good to see that, a brand such as yourself is doing things to kind of help eliminate a little bit of that carbon footprint that's out there.
Of course. So let me know if I can answer any question because I'm anxious to see what you're going to whip up as your cocktail.
Yeah, I did have a question. Are you guys producing an extra añejo?
We decided to release that in 2014.
Oh, nice.
1,000 bottles only.
Okay.
So the extra añejo is called Diablito.
Ooh.
Which is right here.
Yeah.
It is available, of course. Now we are releasing 2,500 bottles a year, which is still a very small amount.
I would say, is there like any specific stores? Because I know I've seen these at my Whole Foods.
We are honored because Whole Foods is showing us a lot of love, so it's actually our #1 chain account. Okay,
good. So yeah, I'm glad you're very close by. So if I do run out, I just gotta walk down the street. All right. So yeah, let's talk about this cocktail. All right. So I'm gonna take a full 2 ounces of the dose.
Nice.
Throw that right in there. And then for our sweetener, we're gonna do a heaping tablespoon of this peach mango jam. I'm pretty sure you've seen it everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's great.
In the stores, the one with the red and white check.
Yes, love it. Yeah, great stuff.
It's a nice little heaping tablespoon right there. Just throw it all in there. For my lime juice, I'm only gonna do a 1/2 ounce of lime juice, and we're gonna do a 1/4 of lemon juice.
Okay.
So throw that in there. And then we're gonna do a 1/4 of lemon juice. There we go. 4 ingredients, right?
Nice and simple.
I mean, Cinco de Mayo is coming up, and this is a great cocktail for them. So.
And the ice, which means 5 ingredients, so that's a cinco.
Oh, yeah, there you go. All right, so the ice is in. We're gonna shake it on up. Okay. Smells great. Smells real good. Okay, and now I'm going to rim our glass with some Tajin before we throw it on in there. And just the thing about technique too, as far as rimming goes, it's always easier to instead of having like putting your glass in the rim, it's always better to just take whatever that say that lime in that I just threw away, but I have my other one, and just kind of putting the juice on the outside. That way you
I love that. Great technique, because if you do it the other way, you get just tons of stuff like a gooey stuck on the. Yeah, this is great. Love it.
Yeah. So then we have our rim there. Gonna ice. All right. Okay, and now since we're using jam, and we don't want chunks in our cup, or at least our glass, we're gonna double strain it. So then I'm just gonna pour it over ice. So we have our mango. We want to garnish this with the mango fan. You'll see in the pictures that I took earlier. I'm just gonna take this mango right here and just kind of run it over and do 4 slices.
Nice.
So we got our 4 slices, as you can see, perfectly thin, neat cut slices. And I kind of did it with the purpose of having, you can see like the red and green on the
beautiful
there. So I'm gonna line it up perfectly like that, like the way it was, and then just cut it in half. And now I'm just gonna kind of fan it with my fingers. So I'll just show you up in front. You can kind of see without the glass.
Delicious, looks beautiful.
But yeah, so that's the sunshine cocktail. So cheers to you guys, and I'll just give you a breakdown of what it all kind of tastes like. It is so good. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of those mango chili candies. Is pretty much what it is.
Nice. Yeah, I love those.
And like this cocktail, not overly sweet, perfect amount of citrus. It's well balanced. Definitely get that mango, but the vanilla notes that you get out of this reposado kind of reflect all that going on in this cocktail, which is
wonderful. Can't wait to try it. I'll definitely make it. Wonderful, Said. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you and spending some time with you. I'd like to do a little quick cheers and salute to you and your delicious cocktail, and wish you the best.
Cheers, David. Cheers. Right. Pleasure meeting you as well, and thank you for creating some delicious foods.
All right, wonderful. Be well. Salute.
Salud.